Saint Wenceslas, commemorated by this statue, is the good king of Christmas Carol fame. The statue is a popular meeting point. Locals say, "I'll see you under the horse's tail." The good king was actually an exceptionally educated and highly cultured 10th century Czech duke. Stories of his enlightened reign caused Europeans to see Czechs as civilized rather than barbarian. To this day, Wenceslas is a symbol of Czech nationalism. Wenceslas Square is the main square of the country and the natural assembly point when the Czech people need to raise their collective voice for change. In the 19th century, the age of divine kings and ruling families was coming to an end. Here, as in much of Europe, nationalism was on the rise. By the end of World War I, the Habsburgs were history, and the birth of an independent Czechoslovakia was celebrated on this square. But independence lasted barely 20 years. In 1939, the Nazis marched in. While Prague escaped the bombs of World War II, it couldn't avoid the communists who came next and stayed for 40 years. But with this square as the stage, people power ultimately prevailed.
In the 20th century, my family lived history on this square. In 1918, my grandma watched the Habsburg Eagles being pulled down from the buildings. In 1939, my aunt saw the Nazis pulling in. In 1968, my dad stood here with his bare hands against the Soviet tanks. And in 1989, was my generation's turn.
So you were here. Tell me what happened.
In November '89, a student march headed for this square kicked off 2 weeks of demonstrations. For 14 nights, this square filled with 300,000 people.
Each night, 300,000 people here.
And on the last night, Václav Havel, the playwright, who would become our next president, announced from that balcony the resignation of the communist government.
Wow.
Suddenly, we were free.
And without a shot, the communist era had ended for the Czech people.